North Collegiate High School, what do you think your students' main priority should be?
Well, I believe that the main priority of the students should be their school spirit. Waking up in the morning to go to school is very important because many students take time off of school to skip school, just do other things, and even when they're at school, they don't feel like they should be at school. People get bored at school, people don't look forward to going to school now, especially after COVID. COVID completely derailed everyone's sense of education and priority and responsibility. And so with my administration, Andrew Hart and I will work with every student to boost their morale and their school spirit, not just personally, but collectively, because we will work to create more events, more fundraisers, more programs to ensure that every student is spirited in going to Salesian.
Well, I think most importantly, one of our main priorities should be getting not only our school spirit back, but also getting more involved with school life. You know, in my freshman year personally, I think there was a lot of involvement, you know, among the students, but obviously we had COVID, remote learning, and that killed a lot of Salesian spirit. And I feel like it should be concerning that not only students now, but future students, you know, making sure that freshmen that do come here, that they will get involved and they will continue that Salesian fire so that they can pass it down to the freshmen who will come over the many years.
I feel like that that a Salesian student's main priority should be focusing on being engaging in the school and being a part of the family. They don't just come here and be feeling like a student here, but also a family member here, because that's what's unique about Salesian and also the main theme that we strive forward as a Salesian Eagle. And then they should feel more connected and engaged and involved in every single aspect of Salesian, and that is also talking about the extracurriculars. There's many extracurriculars, great extracurriculars organizations in here at Salesian that not many members are lacking members, and that is a serious concern considering many people don't join them, and that is what's causing this disconnection. And so the hallways at the school of Salesian is not bustling with activities, unlike the morning. And I'm trying to make that different, but so that at the school's hallways are also as lively as in the morning.
What are your general thoughts on the staff here at Salesian?
I think the staff here is great. You know, they care about you both academically and mentally. If you have any problems, you can always go to them. I think they're always pushing you to be your best. If you ever need help, you know, they're there for you.
And going forth on that, I think our staff here is excellent because they have a genuine care for the students that attend here. Many of them are alum themselves, and they have emotional ties to Salesian, which pretty much excels the way that they teach and how they're able to interact with students in the classroom. I think they're doing an amazing job.
The staff at Salesian are some of the most passionate individuals I've ever seen in my life. They care not only about their students and what they teach, but also they engage in everything else that we do. And also, like, such as Ms. Piazza, taking for example, she not only just teaches physics and chemistry, but adds in stories from her personal life and just adds in some personal flavors to her classes, and that's what I love about her. And she is also very attentive to all the needs of her students, and also she knows how to make every single student comfortable in her class and not feel out of place. Oh yeah, sure, same thing.
One thing I would like to add is, like, obviously the faculty is just amazing. Personally, I came into the school as a very shy student, but over the time I was here, I became more confident to the point I was even able to have the confidence to run as vice president.
Thank you so much for that Ms. Piazza shout out. That was amazing, and we all thank Ms. Piazza for being an absolutely amazing teacher.
I believe that all of our staff members are qualified. A lot of our staff members have very good relationships with the students, and vice versa with the students and the staff. I don't see any problem with the staff, but what I would say is our staff also has to push for the boost of morale and school spirit in all of our students.
what does your administration plan to remove or replace from Salesian, or that would want to remove or replace from Salesian?
One of the biggest things that I've been hearing is the very long lunch lines that every single student had to endure, which is taking away from their time to eat properly and also digest the food properly and enjoy the meal properly, and they have to rush it due to that long line. So I plan to create and program, since I am a programmer myself, an app that they can order the food online and then be sent to the cafeteria, so everyone will be, there was no need to be waiting online, and then that will excel the process much faster. And in an age of technology, I believe that technology can help us and integrate into our system to solve problems, and that is also one of the unique things that I plan to do that I feel like is gonna be unique to Salesian that other schools probably don't have.
Well, something I would remove or replace at Salesian is this mindset among our students of quitting. I feel like in a lot of our programs, this also ties into involvement, that a lot of students, they join programs and then they just leave it. They just quit. There's no definitive explanation for why they do that. And it's dangerous in school spirit because it's like, it doesn't build any momentum. You know, it's like you join a program and then you just say after a few times that, hey, I simply just want to quit it. That's, you know, it's not the way Salesian should be, and I think that's something that should change.
I also think that there's a lack of involvement with the parents, and there's a lack of a PTA that can help support and structure our school even better.
Well, I think that the main thing that we have to replace at Salesian is our lack of presence at games and at clubs after school. Going to Salesian in my freshman year, I was always involved. I did theater in my freshman year. I was in the student council. I tried out for the soccer team. I did a lot of things at the school. So did Andrew. Andrew plays basketball, handball. He plays a lot. But more students who come into the schools, like especially freshmen, have to do more. So what we have to do, we have to have more presence at games, at clubs that completely solidify the Salesian school spirit.
So, as candidates, what are your general thoughts on Salesian as having been part of Salesian for so many years? And what do you think other schools' impressions of Salesian are?
Well, I think Salesian is an amazing school, and I think other schools and people outside recognize that. But I do think that we need to do better at advertising our school, and that starts from here. For instance, we need to do a better job at improving our arts program. You know, having an arts program at a school can change the entire lifestyle, and it can also bring in new students. For instance, having a great theater program, you know, a program in which, you know, students can be themselves and find out who they really are. A great music program, or even photography, you know, allowing students to not try new things and to figure out where, you know, their interests lie.
I love Salesian, and many other people don't think that way. There are many students that I know who are rising freshmen, rising 8th graders, who look to go to schools like Iona and Stepanak and Fordham, and even Spelman, because of their athletics, because of their programs, and because of many other factors, you know, personally. But what we have to do is attract these people who swing between these 4 schools. One of the main points of Iona and Stepanak are their athletics, and under my administration, Andrew and I will definitely benefit our athletic our athletics and our clubs to attract more students to go to Salesian.
Other schools probably, in my opinion, don't give Salesian enough credit for what we are, because, like I said, they don't know the internal affairs of what Salesian really is, and they just think that Salesian is probably, I will say, inferior to them on many fronts. But then one thing that makes us different from them is definitely this family aspect and how everyone knows each other instead of being strangers for the most part. The fact that across all 4 grade levels and no matter what organization you belong to here, everyone at least have heard of everyone more or less, and no one is really left out. And when you're in another school, there's a huge portion of the student body that any given student might not know or be strangers with. And that's the benefit and what's unique about Salesian that I will try to promote even more.
Considering obviously the all-time low numbers of students coming into Salesian and the high numbers of students that are leaving Salesian for other schools, what does your administration plan to do to attract students to join Salesian and to convince students that are at Salesian to stay at Salesian?
Well, I believe that the school should have a much bigger imprint on social media. Everything in the modern age is looked through on your phone, on your computer. So Andrew Hart and I, my vice president, and the student council and the entire student body will work with ideas that we have to implore more students to join our school. That we could start social media challenges, we could start fundraisers. So yeah, we just have to create events and platforms in which students from other schools and even rising students from 8th grade and 7th grade will see, and they will be attracted to our school and would like to come in.
On weekends and other days that don't have schools or even after schools, I do plan to host various social events or competitions even at Salesian. Because, for example, I didn't know Iona Prep is at a high school since I didn't look into any high schools until I attended like their math Olympiad hosted by their Father's Council. So we could also do something similar, not just math Olympiads competitions, but competitions of various subjects, or even just simple social outings and events that we can host and invite middle schoolers here. So then middle schoolers will know what Salesian is about before they even come here, and will have an impression before any other high schools that they even know. And that will give them a positive seed in their heart that will be reserved just for Salesian.
Can I add?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, just quickly, the one thing that I think all students should know about Salesian when they come here is that it's just a beautiful campus. Like, we should put more emphasis on that, maybe advertise it better. And another thing is that we have a beautiful computer lab. We should put more emphasis on that as well, and make it more tech savvy.
Yeah, so I can answer that. What me and Ramon plan to do is start a program where we pick seniors who can go to middle schools, and I believe we had this program in the past, can go to middle schools and advertise the school from a student's perspective, along with Mr. Salustio and other staff in the administration. I feel like this would be very successful if we go to schools in the Bronx, different Catholic schools, even maybe public schools, so that we can advertise what it means to be a Salesian as someone who's been attended Salesian for 4 years. And this could be very beneficial for boosting morale and having people come to Salesian and truly enjoy it.
What makes you outstanding from the other candidates? What do you offer that is better than the rest of them?
Like I said, I will work more with technology and also maybe creating websites for every single of our clubs here, because I feel like every single club deserves more recognitions to bring out the fullness that Salesian offers. So even the chess club or even the science club that Ms. Piazza has been thinking about trying to found, even the math club that I'm trying to start, and also the Salesian Spectator, even the improv, I think all of those needs presence that's gonna be in the form of websites that everyone can visit and go to. And that will greatly increase the social media vibe or presence that we all desire Salesian to have. So everyone will get to know not just Salesian on the academic side, but also the after school side where all these activities are, where the doors are open for all of us and all of the students to attend.
Well, for starters, you know, I have been on student government. I have experience with interacting with the student body. Well, I just offer leadership, you know, being someone that is there for you when you need someone. There are a lot of freshmen who come and maybe they're not as comfortable reaching out to a teacher. Just knowing that I'm here to share your concerns with. If you feel should be different, don't be afraid to come up to me. I can't promise that it will change, but I sure can promise that I will be there to listen to you and to give you reasons as to why maybe it is the way it is.
I believe that I am the best leader equipped for Salesian High School. I truly love being Salesian. I'd say that I bleed blue, but I obviously bleed red because it's science. But every day when I go to Salesian, I always have a smile. I love walking through the halls. I love dapping up my friends. I love everything about this school. And I know that there are problems with the school. And I trust in everyone to vote for me because I will fix those problems and I will work with you. And I believe that I'm the best person to unite our student body. As I said before, COVID completely derailed everything. Everybody's morale was detrimented and people were just unhappy with school and everywhere, not just in Salesian, but everywhere. And so we need people like Andrew and I to unite our student body, and that's why I should be voted for and I should be your leader.
What are your opinions on having events with other schools, and what would those schools be?
Well, since Ramon and I attended the leadership retreat, we really discovered what being a Salesian means on a national aspect, because we had interactions with schools from all across the country. Schools that we didn't even know existed that were Salesian schools. I feel like we need to bridge this gap that we have created where we don't even know that these schools exist. We need to be more connected as Salesians amongst the nation, maybe a pen pal system or a transfer system, something that makes us connected under Don Bosco, as well as dancing.
I would love to have more events with more schools. One of the main points of my campaign and my policies, if I'm elected, is to rebuild and rekindle the sister school relationship we used to have with Preston High School. Ever since the pandemic hit, obviously in my freshman year, I didn't see too much interaction between our Salesian and Preston, but in the pandemic, everything was cut short, everything was broken, and all of our ties have been meaningless. But now, Andrew and I will work together to create more programs with Preston, to hopefully throw more events with Preston. And also, me and Andrew know many people who go to other schools. And so the sister school relationship that we may rekindle with Preston can also attribute to other schools in the area.
I think that is a fantastic thing to have. Thanks for that question, a great question. Because other schools might think differently of Salesian, because they don't get to actually see what Salesian High School is. And I think having events and exchanges between high school students is going to be a very great cultural diffusion, because Salesian has a different culture than other high schools. I'm very sure of that, and all the other students of different type of students. And I think those exchanges are going to increase our knowledge on how the other schools function things, and then give us ideas and give them ideas, and then improve overall as high schools. So it's not only benefiting us, but also benefiting them. And yes.
Just to quickly say my opinion on like inviting other schools to events, I am extremely open to it. Like just a couple weeks ago, there was an Easter egg hunt with St. Catherine's School, and all I could say is that event was very fun, and I was able to make a lot more friends in other schools that I just never thought I could make.
Matt, a lot of people bring up the concern that obviously you have a new vice president, and the fact that you switched that vice president. A lot of people bring the issue that you might not be very decisive in your decisions as president, and also the fact that your vice president is not here with you in this debate might make a lot wonder, is he going to be there for them as vice president?
Well, I'd just like to say thank you to Adrian Papuchai. He was my former vice president before things eventually switched up and I chose to run with Andrew. But Adrian went to me one day and he said, Matt, I think you're a great person. I think that you are the right leader for this school, but I want to try running on my own by myself for president. And I totally respect that decision because Adrian is my brother. Just like everybody here who is present in the debate room, they're all my brothers. And Adrian is my brother, but so is Andrew. I've known Andrew since the 4th grade. We were on the same Little League baseball team. We played basketball at St. Francis Xavier from 5th to 8th grade together. And Andrew has been one of my best friends in my life. I'm sure that Andrew will be there for every Salesian Eagle. He will be there for everyone, and he will be attentive to the school's needs. It's unfortunate that Andrew cannot be here today because he is at a handball game and he was a very important part of the handball team, as he is at other programs such as basketball. But I promise to you that Andrew and I will be attentive to the school's issues and successes.
You mentioned how Salesian should advertise to other schools to get more publicity, and Matthew stated that he thought we could advertise more in on social media. So, do you have any other plans to advertise that are superior or equivalent to that?
Yes. First of all, we need to go to other schools. You know, us as students, we need to talk with 8th graders. You know, we need to let them know what it means to be a Salesian. That is, in my opinion, the best way to get our names out there.
And we need much more student-ran social media accounts, because a lot of social media accounts for many schools feel out of touch amongst the people who might be looking to go and might be on these social media pages. And if we have more student-ran and club-based accounts, we can really reach out in those niche topics that people might really be interested in, and show off our creations or just what we're doing in these clubs.
So, considering that you two are widely known as the smartest kids at Salesian, do you have any suggestions for academics or anything such as?
I don't have any suggestions for academic because I don't study for tests. I don't. Okay, I'm gonna tell all the students out there who are struggling is that learning is fun, and that's all you need to know to score higher on the next exam. Studying is not supposed to be stressful. Studying is supposed to be fun because learning is fun. So I don't do any crazy stuff. There's no myths about I'm not a robot. So I do enjoy my personal lives. So just know that if you're not good with subjects, it's not because of your intelligence at all. It's just everybody has different ways of showing their intelligence, and you don't need to worry about that at all. And all you need to do is just enjoy your high school years and be the Salesian student that's engaging in every single aspect of this community, a lovely community.
Thank you.
Another follow-up question that I have is, considering that we asked Ramon, and he said that he was very skilled with his leadership and that he has experience, is there anything that makes you stand out as a leader?
Thank you for asking that. I think that I am as equal to be a leader as Ramon, and if not more. I feel that I have a special charm within the student body to bring people together. As I was handing out QR codes for my campaign trailer, I saw the smile on everybody's faces, and just like seeing them participate in something just made them feel welcome, and it felt so heartwarming to me that everybody liked the video and gave me some great suggestions. But just looking at that, like a simple piece of paper can change somebody's whole mentality on a school. As I said, as Ramon and Justin did say, they went on the leadership retreat with them. I actually had to work with Ramon a lot as we shared a room. But we were taught that opening a door for someone, smiling at them, is something so big to them. And so, something like a piece of paper can unite the student body, and that's what me and Andrew will do. We have a special charm with the students, and we will promise to unite everyone.
This is a question that was brought up to me by many people that when I surveyed on what questions I should bring up, and many people bring up the question that not a lot of people know you as candidates in the school. You're not very well known throughout the student body. So why should they vote for a person who they might not know very well?
Well, that's actually funny that you mentioned that. Pretty much everyone knows me in every class, freshmen, sophomore, juniors, or seniors. At least one person knows who I am, so not only that, but I also feel like I relate with them. I'm walking through the hallways and I see someone who I don't have any classes with who recognizes my face, and they recognize me, and I think that's also important.
I also think that because some people may not know who we are or know our names, or just know by face. We can relate to a lot of the majority of kids in this school who may feel invisible or who may feel like they don't know who we are. We can relate to you and we can help bridge the gap so that we all know each other and that we all never have to feel invisible or unheard. We can bridge the gap between us, the student body, and administration.
Aaron, you're in my debate club, you know, you're in the robotics club, you're pretty much well known for your grades, so is Tim. And then you promised a chess club, a science club, a math club, and better robotics club. All of these things are academic. So what do you say to students who say, we want sports, we want something, extracurricular activities that are not necessarily academic? So what do you say, can you relate to those students?
Those students, I relate to them with about, so I don't know much about sports, so you might think that I don't care enough for those things since I don't personally know them. But then there's one common language between all of these, whether academic or not, and that is passion. And I understand the passion for whatever things that they do. So the passion that someone has for soccer and the passion that someone else has for science might be of two different subjects, but then that same passion of what drives them and what actually motivates them to pursue in that field further is that same common language that I believe that can be communicated across. And to those students who love sports, I feel like that they should pursue them. And then we do have many sports already at this school, but then the reason that I put a heavier focus on academic because those are kind of like overlooked compared to other schools. And I continue to encourage everyone to join sport and bring glory to Salesian.